Robert, I'll tell you, this is a day I've been waiting for a long time. You know, when you're growing up and you're involved in whatever you're involved in, some people go out and play basketball and that's their life. Some people play baseball. Well, I did those things also, but the one love that I had was bowling. I love bowling for money. I love to gamble. And in my young teenage years, in the bowling alley that I went to, it was like the biggest action house probably on the East Coast. And there was two guys there that were like icons. They were like legends already. And their name was Mac and Stoop. And at my age, it was like they were bigger than life. And I used to go and sit down and listen to their stories because, you know, when you're hanging out in the bowling alley, like I lived there. I didn't live in my house. I lived in a bowling alley. And these guys would be there. I mean, they worked supposedly, but I don't know when. But the stories, they could talk 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours, and the match games, forget about it. Well, finally, I have a chance to put it on tape, and that's what we're going to do. I got Mac and Stoop. They're coming down here. I won't say I'm going to interview them. We're going to just sit down and throw the shit around like we always did, and that's what I want, just to be as natural as possible. I want to hear some of the stories that I heard 30, 35 years ago.
Is this a comedy or what?
Yeah. My show is a comedy. Forget about it. Absolutely.
Well, anyway, I'll tell you. We'll start a couple of stories. One night I was down the bowling avenue, and Stoop wasn't there because Stoop, he can finagle with the bagel. You know, he's smart that way.
With the best of them.
So the crop from 86th Street, the Parkway bunch, they came down. Of course, with phony 20s all over the place.
Oh, what's new?
And I bowled them all, but I was bowling for the house. So the house used to put up some. And I took one by one, every one of them. And at the end of the night, I wound up with very little for us, you know.
Right.
And the board, the house got it. If Stoop was there, I guarantee you, the house gets $8, and we wind up with the rest.
I'll tell you, Marty, as an action bowler anyway, what's the difference before your service time and after? Was there a difference?
Yes. When I went into service, they didn't have the machines yet. It was pin boys.
And they helped you kick the pins down.
And if you bowled in your home alleys and you took care of your pin boy, he'd kick out the 10 pin for you occasionally.
That's nice.
Or move him up a little.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when I came out, I went in 58 and I came out in 60. I went to Germany.
Right.
And all of a sudden, they're telling me Neptune 200 average, 210 average.
Yeah.
And 180 was a tough average with the pin boys. 190 was top notch, top. And I couldn't believe it. I says, these guys were 160, they're carrying 190, they you know. So I came out on a Monday afternoon. I got a bowling ball, and I was already in action Monday night in Quentin. Hadn't bowled in a couple of years. I was already in action, you know, with the machine. But Quentin, it was, you know. And then I ended up bowling a Neptune, and I saw the scores. I couldn't believe the scores, you know.
Right.
Nobody improved 50%, you know. Nothing bowlers became champion bowlers. When I started bowling, all you had was a conventional ball.
Two finger ball.
No, three mostly, but I mean, conventional. I bowled with a 2, but a conventional. Now you had fingertip. I didn't even know what a fingertip was, you know. And
you cut off your dick and you get a fingertip.
Yeah. No. And the scores naturally went up. The gutters got, instead of deeper, they got lower.
Right.
So the pins came off the boards quicker, and the pins got lighter. We used to, the average pin when I went, it was 3.6, sometimes 3.8, and it was wood.
That was heavy already.
Now they became plastic, and they were 3.2s and 3.4s. So naturally, all the scores went up.
And how about the backboards? They bounced off the backboards.
Yeah, livelier.
One thing I don't understand now, and I have to read this off of a piece of paper because I couldn't remember all of this. Now, this is a date prior to the high scores, March 12th, 1958.
Okay.
That's the day that 5 men threw the highest 3-game series in a league ever, which consisted of Ray Bluth, Dick Weber, Don Carter, Tom Hennessy, and Pat Patterson. That record still holds. How is that possible? That these men could have thrown a series in the late 50s before the high score started, and no team could ever beat it yet in the last 40 years.
Very simple. Very simple. It was on a pair of alleys that they all liked. All 5. They all liked it. Naturally, the wood was lighter than normally used, and they had practiced on these alleys for years. So it was like in my time when I was a kid, I was a basketball nut, and in professional basketball, nobody won up in Syracuse because the fans would shake the backboards, literally. You know, you didn't win when you went into Syracuse. It was, I don't even know, it was the NBA then, I don't remember. It was the same thing here. It was their alleys, their game, and that's the
And not
series
only
of-
that, not only that, if you remember he mentioned Neptune Lanes. You went to Neptune Lanes, they had all the big wheels coming down. They were bowling on black alleys with white balls.
Right, I remember, and it was on TV every Saturday
All
night.
right? Now, only one guy I saw bowl bad there. The alleys were rigged for them. They had a track down there. They threw the ball in that track, it couldn't go out.
Right. Yeah, they bowled on the end two lanes all the way down there, the black ones.
No,
Could
if
have
you
been
shot
the
for a
next to
10
last. Could have
pin,
been the next to last.
if you shot for a 10 pin, you couldn't go off the alley. There was something held it up and the ball went straight. All rigged up. Nobody's supernatural when it comes to bowling.
Well, let me ask you
And
something.
then they have, they, like he said, light pins and quick kickbacks off the sides bounce right back.
Outside of yourselves, one by one,
Yes.
who do you consider the best doubles teams for money? Action. I'm not talking about the PBA, this, that, the other thing. I'm talking about action where the real bowlers bowl.
Me and Stoop were the best duo team, I think.
Well,
Not because we got along. That's my main thing.
Right. But after you guys, what guys did you
there were
respect the most?
There were a lot of good doubles teams, but doubles isn't always, in my opinion, any sport, because I played ball since I was a kid. Baseball, punchball, stickball, basketball. I played basketball. We shoveled the snow off the schoolyard. Everything is, any sport is repetition, repetition, practice, whether you're a musician or whatever you are, repetition is the name of the game. Now, whether it's bowling or any sport, not only have to trust each other, you got to feel comfortable.
Right.
So, yeah, let's say whether I'd miss a spare or Mac would miss a spare to lose a game, for the night, gone. The money's gone.
Right.
Tomorrow's a new day. Not you rat bastard. What did you do to me, you son of a bitch? You know. I don't know the exact words. I really don't. But it's
We had harmony between us.
you know.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, I grew up in the bowling alleys. I mean, I feel as though I was in the bowling alleys more than my own house.
You were.
And you two guys were like the icons there. I mean, it was like...
Well, everybody came to see us, to bowl us,
right,
to bowl
right.
us.
It was a show.
We
and,
were the action guys.
and all the years that I saw you guys bowling together, I mean, I don't know what went on behind the scenes. I never saw you two guys even have a bad word with each
You
other.
never did.
No.
You never did. You never did.
The only time we had bad words when we went out after bowling and we went to pick up some broads and he got the better one. That's when I started to kick.
I don't remember that. I don't remember that. No, it's like any.
You said it's a comedy show, didn't you?
It's like,
Absolutely.
Look, it's like any sport. It's like any sport. First of all, you gotta have trust in your partner. You know, you talk about when there's money. There's a lot of things happen when there's money involved. Now, I don't know how many years I bowled, and it's tens of thousands of matches, tens of thousands. I myself, in the end, I got involved in a dump. I won. Am I sorry for it? No. Did I make any excuses of it? No. I knew it was wrong, but who I was bowling with, I happened not to like. And I took him down for one time. Doesn't matter who, the names are very, very unimportant, you know. I could have been probably in 500 dumps. Had I seen dumps? Sure. Had I bet on them? I knew they were going on? Yes. But it wasn't my cup of tea. You know, once, and it was at the end of my bowling career. Am I proud of it? No. Am I ashamed of it again? No. I knew what I was doing.
Right.
I was an adult. I knew what I was doing. I make no excuses for it. You know, and such is life.